Just start singing.
Hey everybody, welcome back to season 2 of Xmas Your Enthusiasm. We did it. The long, cold, dark winter is over. We are back. In episode 1, randomly selected, the Corpse Sniffing Dog from season 3, episode 7. This premiered on October 27, 2002. I don't know why the fuck I tell you people this. Nobody cares. I don't know why I do that, but anyway. The Corpse Sniffing Dog. On a side note, I am a little creeped out because just the other day, or yesterday, I was talking about the podcast with some people, and they immediately brought up a scene from this episode. So then when I'm like, all right, I'm starting season 2 now, and I just randomly picked this episode, and this one popped up, I'm a little freaked out. I'm a little spooked. I'm not going to try to dream that means something good's going to happen for me. But anyway, hey, I'll tell you what's good. We're back for season 2. So anyway. So, as you super fans already know, the premise of this podcast is we go through every episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. We don't talk about the episode per se, or as such, in and of therein. Let's do a touch base. We don't review the episode per se. Here I go again. We just go through each of Larry's transgressions. Everybody knows I hate that fucking word. I don't know why I keep saying it. Every confrontation he has, big or small, and we judge whether or not was Larry right in this instance or was he wrong? Because everybody thinks, oh, Larry's always the asshole. But let's see. Let's do a case by case basis. We keep a running track throughout every season, and then in the end we'll add it all up and see, hey, was Larry the asshole or not? I have a feeling it's probably you, Ronald. 40,000 Ronalds listening to this just, shit themselves. Anyway, a quick update on my Panera Bread Sip Club. If you people remember, I am part of the club, the Sip Club. After a month and a half, I've saved $311, but I'm a little pissed because I've only been here like half the time. I've been away a couple of weekends, and that's when I really pound away at them. According to them, I'm averaging $259 a month. So let's see if we can crank that up throughout the summer. I'm trying to go the maximum every day and just really take this company down. I don't know why I insist on this. All they're trying to do is give me delightful beverages, but even though, as I said last season, I'm guzzling this iced tea by the bucket just to, get all these quote-unquote savings, and I literally would rather be drinking water out of my kitchen sink. And I don't mean from the faucet, I mean water that's just been sitting in my sink. But the heart wants what the heart wants. But and I also don't know why everybody in my building isn't. I mean, I go there, from what I can tell, I'm the only motherfucker here doing the Sip Club. I mean, I know it's a pretty exclusive club, but that exclusive, like, it's supposedly there's couple hundred apartments in my building. According to what my super told me, is 92% filled, which is absolute bullshit. I never see anybody else doing it. Anyway, so that's your Panera update. I'm still not tipping on the Sip Club, only on the Sip Club. I've explained it to y'all, and I'm done worrying about it. I do have an update on Wegmans. This is exciting. Now, Wegmans pizza. I had a fucking Wegmans pizza the other day. Hadn't gotten one in a while. I got extra cheese. I'm sorry. I got extra cheese and extra, and I got mozzarella. So like they would have little globs of little land masses of mozzarella, like the fresh stuff on it. And they got spicy cut pepperoni and meatball. Okay. Already, Wegmans, I love their pizza. It's already great. That's already going to be a really great pizza. But flip the box open, and my one beef, pun intended, you're welcome very much, with Wegmans pizza, their meatballs, it always comes crumbled. I like them sliced. You get the texture. You feel like you're eating the meatball. I feel like that's what a real New York pizza does. And lo and behold, the meatballs were sliced. And let me tell you something. I'm not joking. This thing was like eating butter with pepperoni grease. I mean, I'm not joking. Let me tell you, motherfucker, something. I lived in Brooklyn for 15 years. And even though I grew up in a small town in the South, I got lucky because a family moved down from New York. And so I got very spoiled with good / real pizza. I'm putting this Wegmans pizza in my all-time top 5. I'm not shitting you. I swear to God. And I don't mean, again, I don't mean it's good for grocery store pizza. I mean, this is an all-time top 5. Now, I want to test out if the meatballs, the sliced meatballs, are a one-off or a fluke. I'm a little nervous about doing it because if I order one just to see, I'm going to inhale it. And I got to tell you something, even better the next day in the air fryer. I need to, I am a flutter. I'm gonna wait a couple of weeks or whatever. See again if the meatballs are a permanent thing, and I'm telling you, top 5. Congratulations, Wegmans. I don't know what to say. I gotta go sit down. I'm a flutter. Anyway, let's get into the episode. And again, this is the Corpse Sniffing Dog. You'll see why throughout. Dog plays in and out. So we open up. Larry and Cheryl are at dinner with this other couple. It's the guy from that 70s show, the Dopey Dad. And I don't know if he's the real actor playing himself. He just seems like the Dopey Dad from that 70s show. Very likely, but kind of dopey. And also, a quick note, the music, the theme song music, keeps playing into this first scene. Did that happen a lot throughout the series? I don't really remember that happening, and I certainly noticed it. So I don't know if that's a little weird. So anyway, they're at dinner, he and Cheryl and this other guy and his wife, the Browdies, I think. And they get a bottle of wine, and this motherfucker just, takes a sniff, and boom, he wants to send it back. And Larry argues, what are you talking about? Just drink the wine, Number one, that's horrifying. Any situation, I don't care what fancy pants place we're in. I don't care if I'm with King Charles, sorry, Charles, I know you're listening. Somebody I'm with sends back a bottle. I'll pretend I'm fucking blind, and that I walked into the wrong fucking restaurant. I'll just get up and leave. But come on, man. Like, if you've seen the episode, this motherfucker's dressed up in like his kid's plaid shirt and dad jeans. Just drink the fucking wine. You can't look like me and get away with sending wine back at a restaurant. Larry's right. Guy's acting like an idiot. He starts out the season 1-0. That means he could theoretically go undefeated all season. So good for Larry. Number 2, this is another small one, but Larry and Cheryl are going back and forth a little bit. Larry's bitching. I love this. Larry's bitching about Cheryl not letting him tell people about what he's working on. Be it, in this case, it's the restaurant he's bought into. And I guess she's tired of talking about it or just rolls her eyes. And he says the same thing. Or Seinfeld, too. Can't have him talking to people about that because that's boring. First of all, I love when married couples do this. I've seen married couples do this, and I love it. But Larry's right. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Lighten the fuck up, Cheryl. I'm sorry for you that more people want to talk about the making of maybe the single greatest sitcom of all time than about the $20,000 you raised last week for dolphins who can't fucking read. But come on, grow up. Come on, you live in Hollywood or whatever. Let Larry talk and let him be excited. This is his life. Let him be excited and talk about what he wants to talk about. Come on. Strong start, Larry. 2-0 right out the gate. So this third transgression, this is the big one. This is the one I was talking to my sister-in-law and her sister about. And to be honest, again, I'm spooked about, boom, this just happens to be the episode I just randomly picked. Anyway. This is when, at the end of the dinner, and the guy pays Stu. Stu's his name, Stu Browdy. And Larry says, thanks, Stu. And Cheryl says, thanks, Stu. And the other woman, his wife, is just staring there for a minute with that look like, you know that look. If you could see me, you'd know if I did a real YouTube instead of just a rabbit or whatever. And finally she says, don't you want to thank me, Larry? Don't you have something else to say? And Larry's like, what? And turns out she's like, don't you want to thank me? It's our money. I'm his wife. Even though I guess I don't know what he does. He's probably a producer or something, and she's a stay-at-home mom. Perfectly great, whatever. So I'd be more sympathetic to her argument or whatever that she's now started, but you can't bring it up. That is some tacky, tacky, tacky shit. Just shut the fuck up and then talk shit about Larry and Cheryl, talk about them in the car home like a normal fucking person. What the fuck is wrong with this woman? I mean, yes, we get the point. She's inherently right or whatever, fine, but you can't bring it up. That is just beyond the pale. So, yeah, Larry plus, I think I just literally, whoever physically has the card in their hand and lays it down, I think that's who I think. Thanks, Ron. What is it with me, Ron? Ronald's Ron? I don't know. I must be craving Mickey D's or something. Thanks, Jimmy, or thanks, Diane, or whatever. I don't know why I had such trouble coming up with a male and female name. But anyway, I just think whoever literally physically hands the card, it doesn't matter. So she's totally, that's out of bounds. Can't be bringing that shit. Don't you want to thank me? Shut the fuck up. Grow the fuck. Fourth one. Now Larry's at the restaurant. They're going to open in 3 days with his partners. And everything's going good or whatever for now. And Larry's arguing with them. He wants a partition between the urinals. I don't know why there aren't already partitions. I mean, whatever. But, to be honest, I started out rolling my eyes at Larry. I'm like, who gives you... here we go again. Like, nobody wants to see your fucking old shriveled dick. People aren't going to be climbing the wall, so look at you. But then he did make a good point about the spraying. Now the other guy's right. It's not like they're at the bus station. I'm sure this is a high-class restaurant. But still, this is people with money at this restaurant, so it's probably older people. So yeah, now that I think I don't need some old motherfucker next to me just spraying and piss, everywhere. I mean, look, I've seen myself piss these days. I see the future, and I'd like to stay fucking dry for it. Thank you very much. So Larry won me over with you can't be spraying piss everywhere. I gotta have a partition. So he's right. Boy, 4-0. Now here's an important scene. I did learn in the first season, maybe take a minute or two to point out what are kind of important scenes that will mean something later. So now we have Larry. Jeff's upset because he's moving back in with Susie. They had split up, but turns out he's allergic to their dog, Oscar. So the kid's upset. He's like, well, Oscar's got to go. And his kid, Sammy, little girl's upset. So he's like, what am I going to do? I can't, take the dog away from the kid. So Larry tells Jeff, just sit her down and ask her to choose between you and the dog. Of course she'll choose. Yada, yada, yada. So then we cut to, now we see Jeff have the conversation with her kid. Says, you got to choose between Daddy or Oscar. Daddy's sick. And she's like, nope, boom. Don't even hesitate. Boom, Oscar. So anyway, so remember that. But also interesting to go with that music thing, there was no Larry in this scene. How many scenes throughout Curb are there without Larry? Like maybe there were some cutaways or something, but how many extended scenes with a lot of dialogue without Larry? I don't think there were a lot of them. So anyway, so she chooses Oscar. So Jeff's like, what the fuck? My kid chose a dog over me. Anyway. So now because of that, our fifth transgression, he's pissed at Larry because he took his advice and sat his kid down and asked him. So he's pissed at Larry, but it's like, hey, maybe it's because you suck. Of course, yeah, I'd choose a fucking dog over you too. And at what point, after you really get stopped, like, okay, I guess I lost. At what point after you placate or bullshit, don't you just fucking say, well, here's what's happening, and say goodbye to the fucking dog. Unless you want to go buy your own fucking house and feed yourself, But I'm sorry you don't know your shitty kid enough to know, maybe I shouldn't ask her, but to choose between me and the dog, because you should know that you will lose. I mean, this is a kid who, later on when Larry talks to her, she turns down getting a fucking pony. This is a little girl, like 7, 8 years old, says no to a pony, rather than having Jeff's sorry ass back in her house. So, you know what, Jeff? I don't know. You're an idiot for even asking the kid. Don't be mad at Larry. Fuck you. Larry wins that one. 5-0. Strong start, Larry. Yeah, so like I said, now Larry, another important scene, Larry goes to Jeff's house, and he convinces the kid to let Jeff move back in the house. So now that means Larry can give the dog to the Browdies. They were looking for a dog for their shitty kids too. And of course, while this happens, Larry accidentally gets his wine that for some reason he's drinking in the middle of the day, which never, ever happens on Curb. That's not Larry's character, but whatever. Gets a grape drink mixed up with hers, and long story short, the kid gets shit-faced while Larry's there, but he somehow leaves the house with his kid there, doesn't notice that the kid's shit-faced. Okay. Anyway, so... yeah, now I'm fucking lost with the dog. He takes the kid. Now he's going to bring the dog back. Takes the kid. Yeah, takes the kid. He's going to drop the kid off at the Browdies. They can fucking have this shitty kid now. Jeff Jr. I don't want to shit on the kid. Sweet kid. So now he's bringing the dog to the Browdies, whatever their fucking name is. And so now he's bringing the dog back to the Browdies to give to their shitty kids. And again, she's like, don't you want to say something to me, Larry? To thank him for this fucking dinner. And, Larry refuses. At this point, yeah, good for him. Fucking, So he leaves the dog with her. Though it is weird. I don't know why he didn't call. He surprises her. Like, don't be rolling up on somebody's house with a fucking German Shepherd, for fuck's sake. But she's wrong, again, for bringing this shit up about, whatever, fucking up. So Larry's 6-0. This is unbelievable. This is a bloodbath for Larry. So far. We'll see how it goes. So now he's going back to Jeff's house. I can't remember why. And to be honest, my brain is swimming now about who's got the fucking dog, which I've totally lost track. But anyway, so now Larry's driving up to Jeff's house. I don't remember why. And Susie's waiting for him. This is an all-time great scene. She's just staring him down like an old Western. She's screaming at him for getting her kid drunk. This is an all-time Susie Larry confrontation. Larry loses this. You can't defend. You can't defend allowing a kid to get shit faced on your watch. But then again, why can't Susie pick up the phone and call Larry about this? Like, how the fuck long was she standing there, just staring off into the distance, waiting for Larry to pull up? I mean, what if he hadn't shown up? We don't know how fucking long. What if he didn't show up? She gonna do that all fucking night? Till the morning, like till 3 days later when Larry happens to come by her house and she's just still staring. But you can't get a little kid help get a little kid shit faced. So it's first loss of the season. But another caveat, because if you remember, when Larry comes to the house the first time to talk to the kid, she says, "Oh, my mom's next door." The kid was alone in the house. And yeah, to a lot of people like me, next door sounds like, oh, no problem. But, these houses out where they are, this is rich people shit. Who the fuck knows how far away next door is? So, shitty parenting, but tough to overcome. Helping get a kid drunk. So, 6-1. No problem. I mean, Larry, they'll put you in the Hall of Fame for that. Second part of that is Susie screaming at him to get the dog back. She accuses him of stealing the dog, and to be honest, he did steal the dog. So, boom, another loss for Larry real quick. And we go to our 9th transgression. Now he's back at the Browdies to get the dog back. I can't believe I'm keeping track of this. He's back at the Browdies to get the dog back. He's done a total fake apology, and this fucking idiot woman is just eating it up with a fucking spoon. Oh my God, thanks, Larry. That means a lot. I really appreciate it. How the fuck are we in Beaver Falls? Or where the fuck was, not To Kill a Mockingbird, to Wonderful, It's a Wonderful Life. What the fuck? You live in Hollywood, this guy's full of shit? She loses that one just for being a fucking idiot. All right. Now we have the last transgression. Larry immediately gets another loss, because when arguing with her, he suddenly blows this dog whistle he has. Oscar comes running out, and Larry literally steals the dog again, this time in the opposite direction. So, I can't defend stealing the dog. I mean, I'd love to steal all the dogs I see too, but and then he just drives off. Like, she chases him for like 2 steps and then like shakes her fist at him like, oh, I'll get you someday. Like, is this the fucking Dukes of Hazzard? Like, he just, gets home with the Oscars? Like, ma, that's, So you getting Uncle Jesse? Like, but, I mean, the Dukes of Hazzard. I mean, so many. I realized the other day, though. Because I was watching the first scene of Chips. I realized the Dukes of Hazzard, Chips. So many of the shows of my youth were just about driving like a bat out of hell, just driving around traffic, doing flips or whatever in cars. That was most of the shows of my youth. Just we're getting in a car, driving like a bat out of hell for 48 minutes, whatever. The other day, I was like, gee, the Chips pilot. I think they're on Amazon, or whatever. I loved Chips when I was a kid, like most kids my age, I'm sure did. So I was like, let me see what this first scene of the pilot was like. And right away, for fuck's sake, they're chasing some bastard in a car that's just weaving in and out of in through traffic on this busy California highway. And Punch and John are on their motorcycles chasing them. They're weaving in and out of traffic. This motorcycle just ducking and diving through cars. Like, how's this not freaking every other driver on the highway? I'd be like, driving. What the fuck? Boom, into the next, tractor trailer. They're just cutting in and out. Nobody's freaked out at all about it. And and they're also on motorcycles going down, just flying down the California highway. But they can just breezily chat with each other next on their motorcycles. It's not. They're not screaming at each other. We got to get this motherfucker. No, it's like, yeah, you're bringing your famous potato salad to the, to the barbecue Sunday. So that's fucking ridiculous. So then. Punch tries to follow the guy. This guy cuts up an embankment because cars can do that. Flips his bike. Now, this was stupid of Punch to do, but brave. Very brave. Flips his bike. Goes rolling, whatever. Of course, he immediately pops right back up and gets on the bike. Lie down, motherfucker. You can retire a hero. Get those sweet California benefits. You dumb, beautiful motherfucker. Jesus. I did love that theme song when I was a kid, but I had to run through a brick wall. But while I'm thinking about that, weren't these guys gay? Like, how were there no? I know there's no internet back then, but how were there no big fan theories whipping around on People or TV Guide or whatever? Weren't these two fucking? Bert and Ernie had to put up with shit for decades about the two of them, but not these two. This Larry Bird looking motherfucker and this dumb beautiful motherfucker. Come on. Chips. This whole opening scene. I'm not gonna watch it. I loved it when I was a kid, but it's just beyond stupid. And then after the theme song and the credits, they all sitting down at the station to start their work day. They're starting. Sarge is up there starting to talk to them, and then. A woman comes walking in with a message. I don't know if she's a secretary or whatever. She's in a police uniform. She's a legit cop. And, of course, all the 20 guys just start hooting and hollering. Woo, 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 cat calling. And, oh, my God. And she's just like, hey. And Sarge is like, all right, take it easy. Take it easy. It's like he's trying to cool things down on a porn set. And this happens every day. He looks a little miffed, like, all right. Like, every day it's a fucking surprise to him enough that he feels like he has to say something. Like, just don't fucking say anything. And eventually these guys will get bored with catcalling this woman who they presumably will see pretty much constantly for the next 8 hours. Anyway. So that makes Larry David 7-3. So, hey, strong opener for Larry this first episode of the season. 7-3, you do that in high school football, you're going to go to the playoffs. So I was told. Anyway, thanks everybody for listening. Welcome back to season 2 to Exorcism Enthusiasm. See you next time.